Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by the head football coach at Monroe High School. That, of course, is Kyle Reed. So Kyle, you've been on this. This is your first year as the head coach, but this is a program that you're very well familiar with, and you also went to high school here.
Absolutely. I went to high school here. My father was our offensive line coach here for me back when in the late 90s. And I've started coaching my coaching career here. And then I've spent 23 years coaching high school football, 20 of them at Monroe High School.
Okay. So, obviously coming into this year, I know it obviously it is a change. You're the head coach, but here's the thing, the kids know you, they know what to expect out of you. You know what needs to basically, what is expected out of them. So what's that like knowing that?
Absolutely, that was a big part of me taking this position. Through the years, I've had different roles within the district as a elementary teacher for phys ed and technology. Now I'm here, taught at the high school, but probably over 60% of these students I've had at some point, even as young as kindergartners. So they know me, I know them, I know many of their families. It was just a big opportunity for me to take this on, and I'm excited to do that. And I'm in a new role here in our district as well. I'm teaching a weightlifting class first and second hour. Then I'm also our middle school athletic director, which I am doing now. So keep myself busy.
You've kind of done everything. You teach it all. Your career is taught at all ages, from little kids to high schoolers.
Absolutely. Yeah. I have taught kindergarten through 12th grade.
Not many people can say that.
Yeah.
So what is that? What is that like going from, teaching little kids to,
it's
big kids?
Sure. It's pretty incredible. What's neat about that is, I've been able to see in my career already, impacts that I've made and other people that I've worked with have made on students, maybe some that were struggling when they're younger, and all of a sudden I see them in 9th or 10th grade, and wow, you have things together, you're on the right path, you're taking those steps forward, and seeing the growth within them. Sometimes as a high school coach, you don't see that until, they get a little older, and all of a sudden I've been coaching for a while now, and I was a young coach, and there's guys that I've coached that are like 35 years old, and they have families, and I see them grow through that. But I've been able to see them from kindergarten. My first group are coming up to seniors right now, and it's been a neat opportunity and a neat experience in my career to be able to have that. So
yeah, for sure. All right, let's talk about some of the returners coming back for this team and some of the guys to watch out for.
Absolutely. So Logan Loveland will be a two-way returner for us. He's going to be a senior running back, defensive back. He's worked really hard in the weight room. He's a 3-sport athlete, and through those sports, he's been able to get himself stronger and continue that work. Braylon Richards will be a 4-year starter for us, returning on the offensive line. He moved up as a freshman a few years back, and he's also a pretty great baseball player as well. Just a 2-sport athlete. I want our kids to play multiple sports here. So, we have to share athletes, and these kids work year round on their skills. Adam Nabosny will be a senior. I'm excited for what he's going to do this year. He will be a tight end defensive end. He had to sit out last year because of a hip injury, but he's 100% right now, and he's just ready to go. And so those are just a few guys that are really ready to get after it. So for the rest of them, we've had a great summer.
Yeah. But I should ask this: any staff changes with you guys?
Sure. There's been some shuffling of the staff. Moved a few guys around. There's been a few guys that weren't able to come back because of work or other obligations. Let's see here. We have quite a few of our staff happen to be Monroe guys, which just happens to be that way. But these are guys that I know care and love the program and love our kids and love our community, and they know our system and what our expectations are. And we're excited to get rolling on that. So
yeah. Okay, so obviously another thing that coming in, so you kind of know the kids, you know the team, but you also know the schedule, and you also
Sure.
know like you know the teams what to expect, because now we're in this I know a few years ago the SEC kind of expanded, especially in your division, in
Sure.
the red. So it's so you have all these other teams, but opening the season at Jackson and on the 24th, and then of course I'll just run through this as I've done with all
Sure.
the other coaches.
Yep.
August 31st at Ann Arbor Huron. First home game of the year on September 8th against Ypsi Lincoln. September 14th, home against Ann Arbor Skyline. September 22nd at Saline. September 29th, home against Ann Arbor Pioneer. October 6th at Dexter. October 13th against Bedford, home against Bedford, and then October 20th, finishing out the year, home against Riverview. So of course it's the schedule that you've known a lot, maybe some, maybe new teams onto the schedule in the non-conference opponents, but overall, what to expect out of these teams, and it's a pretty tough division.
Absolutely. Our league, regardless of who the kids they're going to have in their program, I know they're going to be well coached. I know that the kids that I'm going to be coaching against are going to be in positions to be successful. Our kids have to come out and perform better, and buy into what we're doing right now. And we've been taking those steps forward, and it's that old cliche, one week at a time, and it's one day at a time for us right now, and just getting ourselves prepared for the season.
Yeah. So it's always interesting to see where a lot of these coaches do these Zooms from, because I believe you're in the equipment room, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I am. So,
What's that like to know that, with the passing out uniforms and helmets and all that stuff, and I know that it's kind of an underrated day, but what's it like to see these kids get their uniforms? It's like, yay, I'm ready. It's like opening presents on Christmas or something.
absolutely. Yeah. The couple kids came in yesterday. We had a student that moved in from out of state, and, he hadn't played in a couple years, and he's a younger kid and just really excited to get a helmet again. And, I can't wait to get out there. And he's just ecstatic. And, so we're in our equipment room. Me and a couple coaches, Andy Marchese is my equipment manager. We have equipment manager here at school. So he helps manage all this equipment, and another coach, Joe Hammond, and his wife. Actually, we took some time and we moved our equipment room into our old weight room. We've revamped that now, and this is our new equipment room, and just needed to be organized and efficient and get things out to kids and be structured in that way. So it was one undertaking I wanted to do this summer, and we got it done, and it's still a little bit of a work in progress, but it's we're able to get equipment out really good right now. So one step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so this week there's no really football activities going on. I know a lot of coaches like to take this like usually take different approaches to this week. Either they're conditioning, or there's really nothing going on to give the kids some time off before really the season really begins on Monday. So what have you kind of taken with this week?
So traditionally this week we've taken it as a conditioning week, optional conditioning week for our athletes. It's we call it Trojan Toughie. Kids are busy during this time of year. They're doing a lot of different things, and I understand. They understand Monday, August 7th. It really starts for us, and we're ready to roll for 2 days that day. But this is our Trojan Toughie week. That's what we do it, and
Yeah.
that's what we do. Yeah.
And of course, really these next 2 weeks, what do you want to really see out of this team heading into that first game?
Sure. 3 core covenants I've been focused on all off season since the day I first started talking to my team. Attitude, prepare, and compete. So I truly believe that we got to have the best attitude we can when we get out there, and how we respond to things. If we have that set as our foundation, then we can prepare, and then we can compete. So until we get those 3 things ready, so we're attitude, prepare, compete. That's our focus this off season, and that's gonna be my focus here as long as I'm the head football coach.
All right. Well, Kyle, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and good best of luck to the Trojans this coming season.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.